Absolute links are probably one of the easier links to create because you're going to be typing in the absolute URL to your destination. Whether that be a page on your site or a completely different website, you need the absolute URL, which includes the protocol, the HTTP. So let's go ahead and take a look at how we can create an absolute link. I'm still working with this index page. If you weren't following along in the previous movies, let's just go ahead and preview this page in a web browser. This is what it looks like when it's finally rendered in a web browser. What we want to do is access this drop-down menu and click on this first link. In fact, we can change the text to wherever we're going. Let's say, for example, we wanted to go to adobe.com. We can change the text here to read adobe.com, but more importantly, we can link to that website. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to close the web browser, come back into Dreamweaver. I'm going to select this first hyperlink here underneath the drop-down menu. I'm going to change the text to read Adobe. Now, you can do this in a couple different ways. You can get a blinking cursor in here and delete the text that's currently there and type in Adobe, or you can select the text and delete it and retype it. However you want to, just go ahead and get this text to read Adobe. Once you do, like I said, you have to type in the absolute URL. The absolute URL includes the protocol, so you need to type in http:// and then we're going to go ahead and type in www.adobe.com. And that's it. Now, typically, if you're going to be sending the user to a completely different website, you don't want your website to close out in the background. You want it to stay there. In order for that to happen, you need to open up a new browser window. The technique for doing that is to select a target. Here in the Properties panel, you'll notice that there's a Target drop-down menu. In this Target drop-down menu, you want to go ahead and choose _blank. With this set up, you can go ahead and save the document. Once you save the document, you can re-preview it in a web browser. Once it renders in the web browser, access the drop-down menu, then click Adobe, and you'll notice adobe.com loads. But as it loads, in this case, it opens up a new browser window. And because my browser has tabs, it appears as a new tab, leaving my website open in the previous tab. So that's an absolute URL. Now, you can use this to go to a different website. You can use this to go to a different page within your website. The key component here, though, is you're typing in the absolute URL, which is essentially the entire thing. If you're going to a different page or a specific page, you would then type in a / and then the name of the page, .html, or whatever the case may be. But that is how you create an absolute link.